finished eating already. Alright, we're live.
If I could eat and tattoo at the same time, I would.
Jackie, if you could eat and do something else at the same time,
I
I think
would.
you would, no matter what the other something is. It doesn't have to specifically be tattooing.
That's fair. There was a great...
When has Jackie ever sat still and done one thing?
Very rarely. I'm going to be honest. Alex will back us up.
I can't remember a single
Actually,
instance.
Jackie will
Holy
back us
shit,
up.
you've got my number! Yeah, correct. There was a Ask the DM thing they did after, fuck, what was it? Is that Critical Role, not Calamity, fuck me.
Alexandria Unlimited?
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So they did like a thing where they asked questions about, you know, like how they DM, because there were like 3 or 4 DMs doing that.
Yeah.
And they asked Brendan, like, Brendan, do you think it's a bad thing or a good thing to have snacks while you're GMing? And he was like, look, our bodies need fuel. Like, he went off on a tangent, and I was like, that's legitimately how I feel about everything every time I eat. Look, man, I'm sorry that I have this sweaty, horrible human body that needs fuel constantly. But I just watched Crown of Candy when they went to go do, like, he's like, oh yeah, guys, go ahead and have some exposition. So they started talking, and then they immediately looked at him and asked a question, and he's got food in his mouth, and he's like, I just thought that this was, like, exposition so I could have a snacky time, but it's not. It's like, it's my whole life right there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so... No, hold on yet anyway, but this is just mostly for Joe anyway.
Yeah.
This is back to Full Throttle for the first time in about 2 years. And then it was about 2 years before that. We're on a wonderful pace.
It's true.
Listen,
We're consistent. We're consistent.
I know! We've almost been at the end for years.
The sequel will be out by the time we're done.
They will not be making a sequel to this. It already got canceled 20 years ago.
Oh.
It's okay, it wouldn't have been an adventure game, so therefore it would have been shit.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is Matt needs
about
to
this.
take up the torch and...
I can code, but don't make me do anything creative. But so no, I will not. Oh god. So, yeah, there's a screensaver in this game. Because, you know, DOS days.
Did they have a working title for the sequel?
Yeah, Full Throttle 2.
Lame.
They did have a... Well, so
Full Throttle Mach
they
2.
were,
Yeah, that's
they
what
were
I'm
working
saying.
on 2 sequels to previous adventure games at the same time in the early 2000s. They're working on Full Throttle 2. And they're working on Sam & Max, the sequel, which would have been called Sam & Max Freelance Police.
Okay.
Okay?
Much better.
Full Throttle 2 got canceled first in 2003. Unfortunately, Sam & Max got canceled next year in 2004, despite being probably about 80% done.
Ugh.
Nothing has seen
So
the light
close.
of day besides the trailer.
Wow.
So close.
That's when the dev team basically left, formed their own company, created a game called Bone, and then when the license expired for Sam & Max, they made Sam & Max Season 1, 2, and 3 at Telltale Games. But yeah, it's such a shame that the 2004 one did not get released, because, I mean, they made Escape from Monkey Island 2000. That's the last adventure game they did.
Mm-hmm.
So it was already 4 years
hang on.
between.
Continue.
Dark.
Either it's the dark or today at summer camp, she and Sylvie went into the bathroom and did quote-unquote Bloody Mary. And I was like, I'm never going to be anywhere dark. I was like, Abby, you don't go anywhere dark anyway. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You don't go anywhere with a single light on, let alone the dark.
Right. Anyway, Full Throttle. This was the Tim Schafer game. Just a quick recap, because it's been 4 years since you saw the intro almost.
Big Pharma, no.
Big auto.
You're a biker,
Yeah.
and they want the Rip Burger and Corley Motors. Corley's the old man. he wants to bring for this new. He wants to bring bikers to the shareholder meeting because Corley's he's a biker.
Right.
And he
Through
wants,
and through.
He wants bikers with him. He'll get a
Blue collar
pirate
guy.
biker gang. And,
I started this company because I love bikes.
Right. Exactly.
It's like Tommy Boy's dad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then Ripburger is the business piece of shit.
Zelensky.
He basically sets you up and frames you for the death of Corley, even though he's the one who killed Corley.
Right.
Yeah.
And we saw it.
Remember, he hits him over the head while he's trying to zip up his fly.
Yeah.
Didn't we witness the? Oh, we didn't.
We do. We come right after it's killed.
Right.
But Miranda's she's the one who takes the photographs.
Yep.
But then she gets captured, so that the film is gone. But
Right.
then you need to get to the shareholders meeting effectively, and so you sneak aboard the. First you got to find out the daughter is Maureen, and you need to sneak aboard the. You have to get past the roadblock because they're looking for you specifically. So you get in the manure truck, or fertilizer truck, manure. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
And remember that guy gets fucking blown up by
That's great.
and then you go through all the fighting scenes and the old mine road, and you got to beat up all the guys, and there's like the guy with the chainsaw.
Oh, that was
and
the worst.
chain.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you struggled a little bit more than I expected.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But you get through that.
Still better than the Derby.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
You have to jump the gorge.
That was fun.
So remember, you get like the hover conversion from out of the car, and then you attach it, and then you get the goggles, and you go get the ramp from the cavefish, and then you do the jump across, and now you're on this part of the map where the Corley Motors headquarters is, and you meet up with the other biker gang, the Vultures, who Maureen is with, and they're starting to rip you apart. Remember, they get on 4 bikes and they have you hog-tied out like this,
No, I don't remember that.
and you're like this, and you're like,
Yeah, they're
Dynamo.
It's
'cause
very
you the
Mad
nickname
Max
Maureen.
bullshit.
Yeah, there's a lot of, even though this is not post-apocalyptic, it's just an alternate reality.
Mm-hmm.
And then you team up with Maureen to do the demolition derby because the prize is a bike that Ripburger has purposely put up because he knows the Marine worked on it, and so he's expecting them to die in the derby or get arrested during the derby, something like that. Obviously, you come in with your own plan. If you recall, you have to hit Maureen's car head on to create an explosion, which Maureen will parachute out, and you'll be lit on fire in your little asbestos suit running around. Does this sound familiar at all now?
No.
So when you're in the destruction derby, one of the goons that works for Ripburger, or both goons are in the car, have Maureen pinned, and you quickly realize that all the demolition cars have a glass jaw, and if you land on top of them, it'll stall them out. So basically, you need to you have to stall out the one car, push it all the way over, so you can use him as a ramp to get on top of the two, the Boom Boom Brothers, which are the henchmen.
Nice.
And then you crash with Marine, and then you after they get their car restarted and you're running around, everything's catching on fire. You basically have them chase you into the fire, and they die. And we're right after the demolition derby. That was the last thing we did.
Okay.
I was just saying that's what I remember is the Derby.
I don't remember the Derby.
No, I remember you
did
playing
not
the
like
Derby.
the derby.
Yeah, I remember you
the
playing the
fucking
Derby because I
ramp
remember how
shit, 'cause
pissed
I-
off.
Yeah.
It was like 2D, and I had to get to a 3D space,
Yeah.
and I hated it.
Yeah, I remember. I think
I did it as a 4-year-old, Joe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I remember. I don't remember much, but I will say I remember that just because I remember how pissed off you were about the whole thing.
Oh, I was very mad.
So we are right after that. We're now back at the Vulture's hideout, and you're talking to Marine as she's looking through all the motorcycle parts because she knows that there's a hidden message in the motorcycle. There's a lot.
I think we've lost Alex to the kids.
We'll get him back. Well, anyway, dick or no dick?
Dick. Always. No, not always, but Dick.
Dick.
I'm gonna say dick.
I
will make this bigger. People don't.
People don't lay on me, I lay on people against their
That's
will.
spelled wrong, but yes.
Hey, Hades.
Mm-hmm.
An appropriate or apropos quote for me today.
Oh, that's right. Your
It's the end of
mythology.
my end of my mythology.
How was it?
Horrible.
Was it a paper or a essay or something like that?
No, it was a final. And then I had another writing prompt where I had to write. I had to write a letter from one mythological figure to another.
Oh, I love that.
Um,
I just love that idea.
That was Jackie.
and I had to.
It does have me written all over it.
I had to copy the format of Ovid's Heliod, which was the combination of
You're speaking my language, Joe.
various letters.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you're speaking my language.
So I chose to do Daphne to Apollo,
Ooh.
and basically do like a final like telling off.
Oh, absolutely. Like fuck off. Yeah.
And basically fuck off I know that you got hit by Eros's arrow. I also know that I got hit by Eros' arrow with a lead.
Right.
So I hate you.
Right.
So I'm just gonna speak plainly here. I literally can't love you.
Right.
Right.
Right. This is not my problem anymore.
Yeah, this is like we can't. It's
Stop
not.
it and leave me alone.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love that so much.
So
I feel like you could do that from Zeus to any of
you
the
could do it for
mistresses.
everybody. And that's kind of
The
best
only people
part.
I have to say, so one thing I love about, because I've always been a huge fan of, despite the kidnapping of Hades and Persephone, that whole thing.
Orpheus.
No, not Orpheus. Hades and Persephone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orpheus goes to look for Persephone, right?
No. Orpheus goes to look for his wife.
Yeah. Eurydice.
Yeah.
Eurydice.
Yeah.
But one thing I love about, because there's a whole, Persephone is like a phenomenal character just in general because she has so many variations. But
a lot of symbology to her.
A
so
lot of
that's
symbology.
That's very fun.
She's actually like she has more depth than Hades. But what I really like about them, and this is something that she does, because there's Corey, there's Persephone, there's Spring.
Yeah.
So in some places, Hades just lives in the underworld, but she rules it.
Uh-huh.
And in some instances, Hades doesn't exist at all.
I don't know. I think Hades is pretty deep. I think those caverns go way down. Jackie.
Way down, yeah. But one thing I love about their mythology, when you have them, like the stories of them themselves, every single couple, Ares and Aphrodite and Hephaestus, like every couple, Zeus and you name
Hera,
it, except for Hestia, who doesed count because she's supposed to be the
very
housewife.
minor.
She's the housewife, and she's very minor.
Yeah.
Every couple has adultery everywhere except for Hades and Persephone. And people have, and there are lots of stories of female goddesses trying to woo Hades, and he either slaps them down or Persephone slaps them down.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So that's one of my favorite things about them is like they are actually the only Greek mythology story of monogamy.
Yeah. And it's honestly it's wild the amount of there's almost a stigma with Hades.
The way he kidnapped, quote unquote.
Well, not that act in general, but I just mean like him in general.
Well, because everybody fears death, so there's no chance that you could ever like have any kind of like, at least especially in those days where death was so prevalent.
Yes.
Like, so for them, mortality was something you literally stared at every winter.
He's just very out of all the gods, I find Hades to be the least active in every single myth that's about him.
There's actually
right?
You need to see there is a YouTube channel that does all explanations of mythology, and I've been watching her stuff. She's phenomenal. She does animations with it too.
Yeah.
And she actually goes into like a whole thing about that because people. Basically, death was just like it's death and taxes. Like it was something that they knew was coming. They didn't have to explore very much of it, and they basically feared it as soon as the weather started getting cold.
Yeah.
So it was one of those things where they wouldn't talk about him because to talk about him was basically like the Chinese superstition of saying somebody's going to die means they're going to die. Which, I mean, yes, they're going to die. Everybody is going to die. But it was So they never did a lot of stories about him, which is why Persephone became such a big thing, because back before, so she's actually older than Hades, believe it or not, but she just changed. She is. Crazy enough, You have to watch this. I'll send the video to you.
That
later.
makes sense because she is the daughter of Demeter, and Demeter came
She
before.
She is actually technically a sibling of Hades.
Yeah.
And I think Hades is actually the youngest out of all of them. So yes,
He
Demeter
is. Yeah.
But what I find really interesting about it is, so before they had a quote unquote a figure that took over the underworld, she was just the queen of the underworld, and they used to actually do like. They used to leave offerings, not just like sacrifices, but like offerings to be like, this is for you, so that when we die, we get to go to a good place.
Yeah.
Which is like, it wasn't even like a, please don't kill me. It was like a, when I die,
Yeah.
please don't fuck me.
Uh-huh.
And I loved that. So
Yeah.
it became, but then once Hades came into the picture, it was a whole other thing because, like, I guess the male aspect of it, because for a woman being in charge of the underworld, it's like, okay, she could be merciful, she could be nice, she could be really pissed off, but she's also a woman, so she could have some mercy.
Yeah.
But with the male aspect of it, there's no chance.
Yeah.
Which I find remarkably sexist, but I do understand the thinking of it. Because the whole idea of Hades, especially being a battle figure, because that's what he was always in armor.
Yeah.
So the idea was that
His icon is literally a helmet. So.
It's literally a helmet. So and it's a bident technically.
Yeah.
So that was his. What I find remarkable about Hades is that he was supposed to be this merciless, like brutal thing, but he's actually, if anything, like every time you hear his story, there's no instance of him being merciless. No. He's just trying to be, and everybody just keeps like screwing with it.
Honestly, like the only thing that he does that is even remotely morally ambiguous is the capture of Persephone.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's the only thing.
And what gets me with that is technically in some versions he didn't even like kidnap her.
Yeah.
Which gets me like just bonk like. So yes, in instances where they're like, oh, he's horrible, he kidnapped her, but then but technically, her father told him to take her.
Yep.
So I mean, yes, kidnapping sort of with authority. Like I don't.
Yeah. I guess they needed to. Have a reason and an antagonist.
They definitely
so that they could explain the season, right?
Exactly, they needed, but they also needed him to be somewhat of a bad guy because if you pissed off Demeter, that was the big one too. As they said, like in like older versions, she chose to go down. Like she actually fell in love with him too. So they wanted to be together, but Demeter was upset. But if you pissed off Demeter, there's a chance that your crop would never grow.
Oh yeah.
So you couldn't have her be the bad guy.
And Demeter was literally so powerful,
so spiteful and powerful
that like every other god was beseeching her. It's like Achilles. It was very
and you know what? The
to...
worst is that Zeus was so enamored with humans in general that she had absolute power over him because there was no chance he would ever let humans die.
You want to hear how much of a butthole your son is?
I'm sorry, your son?
Our son is. So Abby is freaking out because of the whole Bloody Mary thing. Hold on.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on.
Go ahead, keep going.
And I calmed her down, and I'm getting her all set and ready to go. And I was like, Abby, I want to say something to you. I'm like, okay, buddy. He's like, I'm going to tell you a joke. It's my birthday, and it's my birthday, and it's my birthday, and it's not your birthday, and it's my birthday, and there's my birthday hat, and there's my board, and my board doesn't have anything on it, and Bloody Mary's going to come in the night with a knife and kill you. And she starts crying.
Can I just say, by the
and
way,
I was like, Miles, you...
As much as he is absolutely a jerk for saying that, he has no idea what Bloody Mary is. The only reason he has an instance of it is because she wouldn't fucking stop talking about it.
And because she talks about it all the time, he thinks it's something she likes, which it is something that she likes, except for when it's bedtime.
Right. Well, no, because she made a whole big thing. Because
no, she made a whole big thing because she went into the bathroom with her friend.
I told you she went to the bathroom with Sylvie. Which, by the way, is one of Master Kim's
eyes for look, mouth for talk, taste, and then the foot, and obviously the shoe.
She went to the bathroom with Sylvie.
She's a black belt? She's like 5.
Later.
She's like 10.
Oh. She went to the bathroom with Sylvie at the...
yeah, at camp.
You should talk to Maureen.
She went to the bathroom with Sylvie at camp.
And then look at
and they did a quote-unquote Bloody Mary. And she was like, and I ran out of the bathroom because I was scared, blah, 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 blah. Somebody else went in afterwards, and...
She ran out scared.
Yes. I'm aware. By the way, do you know how happy Master Kim was to see her today?
Kinda happy.
He gave her a big hug.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Happy.
as soon as I got
So,
her, and then she was
okay,
she
I
very
guess you're not
excited.
getting
To
that
say,
much.
I get to go on another vacation with my
Joe.
grandmother later.
You're finding a back entrance into
The-
Corley Motors.
yeah.
That's what you gotta find.
What if I can't find that spot?
Just line up your eyes with the crack, wait for the meters to go black, and kick.
Oh, you didn't have him in.
No, I was like, I remember you giving me these.
I did, because I knew Joe wouldn't
Well,
remember.
if there's one thing Joe does in this game, it's kick doors down.
Joe, I gotta say, the Johnny Bravo line.
That
Yeah.
kicking part is pretty vague.
Look, I was only 6. Give me a break.
Alright, now go take a look at the parts.
I'll see what I can do.
If you were
Right.
playing this previously, like a day later, I wouldn't be helping you this much, but
But it's been several.
alright. So
Years.
somewhere in here is the number that you need for the safe inside Corley Motors. One of these.
Do you need a screenshot?
Maybe a picture or a screenshot will help, Joseph.
I'll take a picture.
I'll
too
take
lazy
the
for
case.
Click.
I assume that means Alex took it. You're good, Joe.
Oh no, that was just my neck. It clicks.
Hmm.
Oh, it's gotta be one of the ones that I click open.
Like today.
Lol.
The other one I sent you.
Alright, anyway. So you can walk behind to the left. That's the main entrance. No, move your cursor above where you are. Yeah, that's the arrow there. A little to the left. That's it. You gotta wait for all the meters to clear like that. See, they're all black,
Yeah.
and then kick in the right spot. Remember, you gotta line it up with a 6-year-old sees a crack in the wall in front of her, and that's where she kicks. That's the hatch. You can't kick the hatch.
It's sealed shut.
You gotta click a spot on the wall and kick it.
Okay.
That looks like a good one.
Well, this must be Mo's wall. Don't see anything special about it, except for that crack she mentioned.
You gotta wait for the meters to clear or it won't work. Nope.
It's
Has to be
closed
wall.
mechanically in a serious way. Rusted too.
I think I remember where it is.
I don't, and I've played this game more than you.
I think I remember it's one of the little ones.
Is this one of the ones that I got in one go and you were like, what the fuck?
No.
I don't know.
Okay, good.
Even this one, Jackie was not able to get with her usual brute force bullshit method.
Yeah, I think it's right around there, Joe. It might be that one.
Alex.
Try one to the left.
If I had to guess, you see that little rock? It's like, move your cursor to the right a little, down. I think that might be the spot.
It's sealed shut.
I think you didn't select the wall. You had the hatch selected. See?
It's sealed shut.
Move. Yeah. Joe, have you had enough?
No.
Okay. That's the hatch. I don't want the hatch.
Give him a minute.
I'm just asking. So I really don't want Joe to just be kicking a wall the entire night.
I did.
It's fair.
Joe,
That's it.
that's it. That's the spot. That's the spot.
You missed it. You gotta go down a little more.
Walk slightly to the right.
There. Yeah.
Finally. Okay.
We got it.
Joe, just in case you didn't get it or gave up, I did have a save. I made that the day of, by the way. Hold on. Well, it doesn't matter. I have a save right inside. So I'm gonna save it, but I just literally just said I have a save for Joe. So you gotta find the vault.
Very austere. No drawers.
Oh, drawers. That fucking points to desk. What'd you say I had to find?
The vault. It's in Corley's office. Maureen said that before. You passed Corley. That was Corley's office that you were just in.
Locked.
Oh, it's in the office?
Yeah.
Kick the desk.
Now that's art. Furniture moving? No. Furniture moving? No. Shatterproof.
Love it.
That's not like a little button in front of his desk there?
I tried doing the hand, it didn't.
Oh, yes.
I think that's the reflection now.
Yeah, it might be.
Furniture moving? No.
Oh, that is it. Never mind.
It's not that hidden. Joe, before you even look at the other ones, can you please type in 12, 14, 62? This was discovered only a few years ago.
After we played?
No, but I didn't know about it then.
Why?
I like the applause.
Yeah. Why?
Was that Tim Schafer's birthday?
No, it's one of the developers' birthdays.
Just a big fart and applause. We did it. We made the joke.
Do you feel good about that now? What did you take a picture?
Yeah,
You want to show
I
Joe?
took a picture. Try 154492.
And you already have the 2 set. Look at that. There's only one that's a 6-digit combo.
Some sort of
So if
card.
you didn't know it here, you can just go back out and look. You don't have to kick the door a second time.
I sure hope that's Corley's will.
All right.
How do we check our
No, you want to stay in there, Joe. Right click for inventory, Joe. You remember the bunnies? We didn't
No.
talk about them before. Use the bunnies to get through the minefield. You launch them all up. And da 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 da. It plays the Ride of the Valkyries.
Blow
So
up
I have,
where
I have
the
a chain. I
Yeah,
have,
chain.
Fire
iron.
lead pipe, yeah.
Tire. If you right click again, there's an arrow and then the right eye, or I guess it's left eye. Hit that. The red arrow. You're on.
It's left. You're right.
Keep going.
Yeah, you get more bunnies. That's a picture of a thumb.
I think those are the pictures. I don't remember. If you hold down on them and then look at them, you can. I think. Or,
I sure hope that's Corley's will.
there you go. Right
I
click.
sure hope
Yeah.
that's Corley's will.
Right click on the ones to the left of it.
Mo gave me the photos of her dad's murder.
There you go.
Gruesome. Corley Motors.
That's the ID
I
badge.
sure hope that's Corley's will.
All right, you're good, Joe.
Corley Motors. Corley Motors.
If you use an arrow, you can double click, by the way, and just automatically go.
Kick the
I don't
card
want to set
reader.
off any alarms. Locked. Locked.
So that Corley Motors thing that you were clicking was an ID card.
Cool.
Groovy.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like the meeting started.
Was not only an inspirational leader,
Don't forget
but
that's Mark
also
Hamill.
a great
What?
That's
personal
Mark Hamill.
friend.
Luke's
That makes sense.
I absolutely love how close to the Joker.
It does sound, yeah, it sounds like a lot like the Joker.
I mean, Mark Hamill's also the animated Joker, what he was.
We talked of a day when Corley Motors would move beyond its humble beginnings into a new vehicular age. And although his tragic
remember when
death
he's trying to
took
push
it
at the
from
shareholding
sooner
meeting?
than anyone
Like a
expected.
station wagon.
Worse. Minivans.
Malcolm Corley's dream remains.
Joe knew what the joke was, though,
And I
basically.
in his memory. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to present to you the future of Corley Motors. The Corley Minivan.
Corley was right. I never dreamed it would actually come to minivans, though. I don't think that plays reel-to-reel tapes.
That's audio only.
Hmm.
What the hell is going on up there?
I'm on it. Just readjusting the lamp and motor controls here.
Yes. Sorry about that. I hate this old equipment. My girdle needs less adjusting.
Jesus.
Try it again, Joe. You're close.
Can you just go punch that guy in the face?
Die?
Oh, sorry. Gal.
It's locked.
What do you do with doors?
No, it's an arrow. You can't do it. Try playing with the levers again, Joe.
Gruesome. No. No.
Kick it.
I'm not putting my lips on that.
Ay, ay, ay. This is intolerable.
I'm on it. Just a lamp adjustment. Be fixed in no time.
Now then.
Nope, it's in that room, Joe. You're so close.
Gruesome. I sure hope that's Corley's will.
Our line of weaving.
Our line of weaving.
It's a film projector.
In this time of economic downturn. Tires filling up the lamp.
I don't think that played.
Not again. Not again.
The motor speed got off is all. Hang on a minute.
Yes. Now then.
Joe,
Yeah.
you need a hint?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's film.
Yeah, I don't have fucking film.
Yeah, you do.
Just use the thing twice.
Use the lamplight twice.
I've already used that twice.
No, the lamplight
In a row.
twice.
Just throw the light thing
Yeah,
twice?
flow it up, throw it up.
Raise it.
Yeah, so do it twice and then turn the motor off. Left click. There you go. So now you've turned up the heat while turning off the thing that would make it move.
My vision for corners.
So you've melted the film.
Oh, perfect. This is a disaster.
You're telling me we're gonna have some major downtime here. Why don't you tell a joke or something?
I don't know any jokes. You know, this reminds me of an amusing anecdote about
Jesus.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
There you go, Joe. Now you can get to the next one.
Real to real.
Now this is multimedia.
Gross expenditures.
Gross expenditures.
Now, this next slide shows our new, more aggressive corporate strategy.
Hello there. If you're hearing this, I must have croaked. Well, people gotta move on, you know, and make room for other people. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. I've made room for someone else to take my place at Corley Motors. And it ain't that embezzling crook Adrian Ripburger. Rip, you don't belong at the head of my company. You belong in jail. I let that man talk me into far too many things. Like keeping my daughter a secret. He was wrong. I was wrong. I should have stood by her. I hope, Maureen, that you forgive me. And that you take over Corley Motors and run it however you see fit. All right, that's enough. How do I turn this damn thing off?
I'm sorry you had to hear that tape from one of Malcolm's psychiatric sessions.
Smooth.
Near the end, he suffered many paranoid delusions. He was haunted by powerful forces of his own creation.
And here's one of them. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Maureen Corley, and do I have a heck of a story for you. By the time I'm done, you'll see why this man should be in jail. Hey! Where do you hobble off to?
Uh-oh. There he goes.
And then he sent his goons after me.
I always love his running animation. It's so
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so insane.
Run, Ripburger. When it's time to find you, we'll just follow the shiny trail.
Yes, of course we'll have daycare facilities. Any other questions? Oh, speak of the devil. Come over here, Ben. You just great, Ben. We're finding where we were meant to be all along.
So, after we pick up your bike, we'll go get my gang out of jail.
And then find out
So,
why my
what'd you
gang
think of
never
the game,
showed up
Joe?
to help us.
Huh?
Then you
What'd you think
go
of the game?
business suit shopping.
That
Don't
was it.
remind me.
You walked out last time with like
Don't complain.
4 more clicks.
Yeah.
At this point, I'd settle for
What
just a
score
little
would you give it?
peace and quiet.
Oh, hold on.
I'd give it. Oh,
We're not done yet.
I mean that's just so widely spaced apart. You're not gonna hit shit. Oh, good that the bike is.
She interrupted my speech, Ben. She really shouldn't have.
Yeah, it's like
I
glued
was
to the
just
front.
about to talk about the inherent dangers of motorcycle operation. What?
Oh, it was game.
That's the vultures.
damn thing go any faster?
Is that a whole ass fucking plane with an install?
Correct.
Yes.
They were talking about last time. They're like, we want to take it to motor shows.
Alright, you're in control, Joe.
Oh shit.
This game's not over, Joe.
Huh.
Music's so fucking good though.
Yeah, they got a band to do it. Like they made the album and they're like, we want to use your album in the game.
Oh yeah. That's the way to go for a game like this.
Touched it. Fall off.
You go that way. So I have to go this way.
Nothing to hold on to over there.
Remember the red stuff over
Yeah, we're on
Oh, can you like kick it?
I'm not putting my lips on that.
on the panel. Lick the panel, Joe.
Yeah. Oh.
I took too long.
I didn't know it was time.
Yeah.
Bro just drove off. Jesus.
Try that again.
There's no real depth
Fucking
in
just
this
let me
scene.
jump off that and he's just gonna murder himself.
Don't complain. No. If I touched it, it would fall off. No. It's meant for nothing.
There's no way I open that up and then
What does he do when you open that up?
pulls out a. Oh, maybe I can grab that bar.
Give me that shit.
Ah.
More than a game when I'm through with you, Ripburger.
What else is in around?
Like,
Something else. Close by.
Can't reach it.
What are you over?
my bike
Yeah, what's on you?
on me. My jacket. Oh shit, let me look. Okay. Jam it in there.
Pretty small.
God damn it.
You gotta do something else.
You said you would.
Good, I'm hoping you were gonna do it. But I didn't want to tell you to.
Have fun.
There's so many problems with that.
He's a savage. Doesn't matter.
Yep.
Cool.
Those are fuel orange, Joe. Probably need something to open it.
I don't see a nut.
You didn't click on it. You didn't click on the right thing. Try again. Nope, you gotta... It's definitely, that's the solution, Joe. You gotta try again, man. You're clicking on the wrong thing. You gotta wait for it to be highlighted.
I don't see a nut.
Not there.
Try the one up top instead. It's like you had it. You... I just didn't want to go through the death again.
No one sneaks up on me from behind.
You had that the whole time?
He was shooting at you before on the road, remember?
Oh yeah, but I didn't realize it was like.
I thought you said this thing couldn't move.
I said it couldn't fly. I never said it couldn't taxi. Well, flying would be nice since we're headed for the gorge.
Ripburger, you're going to
Don't
kill
touch
all of
anything,
us.
Joe.
Shh, Ben. Don't ruin the ending.
How do you stop this thing?
From the cockpit.
You won't let me get there.
Hold on. It will, but I'm going to save it just in case it makes us go back to the other parts. So we don't have to do that first part again. Alright, you can go to the cockpit.
Doc! Careful,
Like
Ben!
you said, it misses in the middle. You're good.
He just casually walks by.
So much for the controls. I could have used those.
Yeah, be able to control panel. Alright. First of two computer puzzles. You'll figure out how to stop it, Joe. I like military crisis, by the way.
No brakes.
What would Arnold do?
Die.
We didn't see this one before, so we might as well watch this. And that's the same explosion.
Oh. Let me try that again.
I do like, by the way, that smoke cloud that comes up from the explosion looks so shiny. It's almost like a bubble.
God, they don't stop me.
Right.
Just let me go right up to the other.
just shunt everybody.
Fuck him.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm on ground level. Why not?
You looked in flight this time. Oh,
No game.
shit.
Turns out they have Maniac Mansion.
Gotta say, if I programmed that again, and it was in this game, and Joe got that, I still love that I did it the second time, too, because I knew you would do it again.
What is mid takeoff?
That stuff.
Aw.
You're like, I did it!
I was. I was like, yeah, I just got gun it.
Fucking gun it.
This
Jump
is
the
full-
gorge
this is-
again!
This is full throttle, baby.
Full throttle,
I got
baby!
full throttle.
Jump the gorge a second time! Boom! Let's post.
Gear?
Here goes nothing.
Full throttle. Huh. Not what I had in mind, but it worked.
What did you do?
It fucking launches himself.
Fucking pirate burger. Oh, damn, he's alive.
Man, what a cool fucking ending.
Right?
Ben, are you alive?
I am, but I don't know about Rip Burger.
I can see him. He's out cold.
His eyes open.
Climb back here
What's he
quick.
attached to?
His cane, maybe?
He's attached to one of the guns. His jacket.
Can't reach him.
Just kick him off.
You are still time, Joe.
Can't reach.
Send a bunny down.
How was he
How?
controlling machine
Reach
guns?
him.
You're fired.
Hit the screen.
I think you just killed a seagull.
Shut up, Rip Burger.
Alright, Rip Burger, if you want to be a dick about it.
You were on the right track before, Joe.
Troll.
What's he attached to?
Yeah.
The turret. I think.
Yeah.
Just like, fire!
Oh, fuck it. I'll just walk away. Like, what?
He'll shoot you otherwise.
With what?
He has
His gun.
He still doesn't understand.
Oh.
Ouch. Let me try that again.
Ouch.
Climb back here quick.
Alright, lost.
What's the license plate say?
I-202.
Can't beat a Corley. Alright, now you can inside, Joe.
Well, that answers that.
Yeah, the arrow. Down. There. Alright, one last thing to do, Joe. There's literally one action left in this game.
Wait, come back. We need your weight in the plane.
Joe, what are you gonna do? You gonna run for it, Joe?
Damn. Let me try that again.
Come on.
Climb back here
You
quick.
gotta do this. You gotta do this again. I didn't know I was gonna do that. Did you know what to do here? Let's go inside.
Let's think. What do we want to do?
What do you want to do when you get inside the plane, Joe?
Double click. Run away.
Well, no, it's not running out. That's not how you do it, Joe. Come on.
What's in the inventory?
No, it's not in your inventory. Walk to the left.
Left.
Oh, is there a button there?
Just walk. Keep walking left.
Oh god. Oh god.
Running's not fast enough.
I got further away running.
That little smile on his face.
Life
No.
is a game. And he played it by his own rules.
That's Ripburger's mom or something.
No, she's the other vulture. I'm pretty sure the one on the left is supposed to be the character from Maniac
Most
Mansion.
of us.
Oh yeah.
I can't
Really?
remember her name. Yes, and I think it's supposed to be Tim Schafer
Yeah.
next to her.
An
That's what Tim Schafer sees
inspiration
himself as.
Yeah, of course.
to us all. He gave us freedom. He gave us power. He gave us wings. He gave us wheels. Thank you, Malcolm Corley, for giving us a dream that will never die.
That's Father Torque. He was the ex-leader of the Polecast before he took over.
So,
So,
maybe we could do lunch sometime next week.
yeah, sure. Lunch sounds great.
Things aren't gonna change, are they, Ben? I mean, just because I'm in charge of the company now, and living in a mansion and riding around in limos, that doesn't mean we won't spend a lot of time together, does it?
Look, Mo, you're in a different league now. You shouldn't be hanging out with the likes of me anymore.
But Ben... Just a second. Hello? What? No, that's crazy. Is he nuts? Look, move the meeting up to 5 and tell the plant foreman that I'm coming over personally to inspect those parts. I know, that's what I told him.
Wah wah.
No.
He's wild and free.
Excuse me, what was that last part? No, that alloy was flawed to begin with. Uh-huh, yeah, good, great.
Alright, Joe. What are you gonna rate the game? Even though you don't remember
Can
most
you
of it.
remember most of it,
Yeah,
Joe?
keep in mind you did about half to 3/4 of it 4 years ago.
Honestly, you know what?
Bless you.
Thank you.
I want to give it an 8 minimum. Just because, like, thematically, I think it is enjoyable.
Yes.
Like, it's a genre that's not really done often. And it knows what it is.
Absolutely.
I mean, you go right into just kicking shit in.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, there's no
very self-aware.
moral dilemma of like I don't know if the character would do this.
Yeah, exactly. The game itself has a character to it, and it lives up to that character at every opportunity. Are there some bullshit? Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Of course.
quite a bit. Especially that one fucking chain that was in Maureen's goddamn.
He remembered that?
Yeah.
Well, it
Yeah, I
was
fucking
tire
remember
iron,
that.
But
I remember that bullshit.
What about the destruction derby?
Oh yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah. As I said before, I almost didn't remember where we had left off last, but then I remember how pissed off Joe was about the derby.
But every adventure game has its own bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you enjoying the fake skin?
Oh, I just like this little dinosaur that you did.
Thanks.
I like that you did
So are you
that.
gonna rate it 8? 8?
8?
Is that your
What's your rating? You said minimum 8.
Oh, minimum 8, yeah.
But what,
But
it's
what
higher
is-
than that, though.
Is 8 your rating?
That's what I'm getting at. Is it 8 or is it higher than that? Because you said minimum 8.
I'm gonna give it 8.
Okay. That's where Alex is currently. Jackie's at 10. I keep adjusting mine, but it's at 9 right now.
I just love this game.
If I didn't play like with a 4-year gap, it would probably be higher.
You should go rewatch the videos.
I could do that, yeah.
I legitimately, I think the reason I gave this a 10 too is because, don't get me wrong, does it have flaws in like the puzzles and
It's
stuff?
also very short. Which
It is. It is. I mean, but as much
Despite
as
us
it has,
taking 4 years to complete.
yeah. As much as some of the puzzles are like, oh fuck me, man, why is this so ridiculous? You know, as much as it's like that, I have to say, even though I was so frustrated when we were playing it, I still had a blast.
And there's bullshit, but there's nothing like the cuckoo clock.
No, nothing like that at all. Or it like
there's nothing where it's just like, well, here's a complete non sequitur.
yeah.
You know?
Or, you know, a fucking conveyor belt for no fucking reason.
El Dorado?
Yeah.
Alright, Joe. So, question is what to do. How late can you stay tonight?
I did not sleep last night.
Joe's not even
So
leaving
we're okay.
now.
So,
we won't. We
I'm
won't.
probably leaving at 10.
All right. So the question is now: do you want to start a new game,
Mm-hmm.
or do you want to play the game of life?
I don't know.
Threw him for a
The
loop.
board game.
What?
What's the new game I would be playing? I've also never played the game of life, so.
Okay.
Let's do that then.
Well, the new game is going to be a choice, but my strong suggestion is The Secret of Monkey Island. We just start.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I want to play that.
First one.
Yeah,
Right.
that's
Then I
fine.
think we should do that.
Let's do that then.
I was gonna say I would really like to.
We
do
should do that
Monkey
over the
Island.
game.
I
of life.
agree.
I think it's a better choice, even if it's just 40 minutes.
This is a good song.
No, I agree.
I'm purposely leaving the credits
Yes, it
rolling,
is.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the end of the credits?
I do remember the end of the credits.
There is a joke, so that's why it's that. When Jackie played it, she played the CD version. We're gonna play the floppy version. There's no voices in the CD one anyway, but we're gonna get the right ad-lib score as opposed to the weird sound canvas,
Yeah.
pre-recorded stuff that Jackie played with.
Yeah.
You won't have icons it'll just say the text for the inventory items, but I think you can read. So I'm not worried about
We
any
think.
of that.
I know you had your final today, but we think you can read.
So I think
I
that's
sure
what we'll do.
fucking hope I could.
Turns out Joe hasn't been able to read this the whole time.
It's been fucking Charlie from.
Flying by the seat of my
It's
pants.
been Charlie Day his whole life,
Good
but no
thing
one had the balls to
these
tell him.
lips are oral tradition still.
Now please
People wonder why all
recite
those
your
purchase
letter to
orders end
me.
up in the wrong place.
So, when we first started doing this adventure game night, Full Throttle was the game that we wanted to play first with Jackie because she hadn't played it and Alex and I had.
Yeah.
And then when I got here that night, we were talking about all these adventure games, and I said, well, you know, my favorite's Monkey Island 2, but like Monkey Island 1's right up there, and
I had-
Curse. And Jackie's like, I never played any of them.
Actually, no, I had played the one. Remember, we played Monkey Island 1 together.
No,
No?
no, we did it here. Because I said, fuck the Full Throttle. We're gonna play The Secret of Monkey Island right now.
Why do I remember?
And that's the first
playing-
thing we did besides like playing Grim Fandango a little
Yeah,
bit
because
before
we were
that.
playing Grim Fandango.
No, but we were also. I feel like because I remember playing Monkey Island at my parents' house after going to Kutztown.
We played not The Secret of Monkey Island. We played that. No, maybe we did start Monkey
We
Island.
started
you
it, but we
did, you
never
didn't get
finished
very
it.
far.
Yeah.
Because you basically started from scratch.
Yeah, we basically did because I remember it was right after watching Moana and Abby was asleep.
Yeah,
And
you're right.
Yeah, if you
Whoa, drum break.
if you want to look for the album, by the way, for the game, it's called Bone to Pick by the Gone Jackals. You can listen to that on your way home.
it's so good. It's so good.
The main title track is called Legacy.
James Wood.
Yeah.
I know it cuts along, but it's going to be worth it. Trust me.
High-powered business negotiating.
I feel like Jack Sorensen is the one you want on your side for that, though. Just that name
Mr.
alone.
Big Music
Whole,
Guy.
album.
Yeah. So we gonna.
Oh,
This is Legacy's the intro.
this is the best song.
The worst part is, that I know there's one song after this in the credits, so we may be here a couple minutes still.
It's just so good.
Turns out we ain't starting.
It's just so good.
I mean,
Joe, would you be able to grab me a Coke Zero?
Samesies.
You know what? Coke's all around, Josh.
no. Jesus Christ, no.
No, because it has aspartame and it'll
It's
make
about
Matt.
like
It'll
aspartame.
make Matt upset.
Like last time I was saying before to Jackie, and I told Alex.
I was unaware that it had aspartame. I don't intend to do it again. What?
Kept track of my piles of money.
I literally
Make me a big
they
star.
gave it to me by accident in a restaurant a couple months ago, and I was like, oh. I should have just had it sent back, but I
I
drank
like
it.
lifestyle coordinator
Didn't finish it,
Boswell.
and I had a headache the rest of the day.
I like almost on the project. Yes,
Dan,
please.
Dan Connors is one of the founders of Telltale.
Right. If it weren't for Steve Jobs.
I don't know who it was. Al Bar was the guy who did Fate of Atlantis and Last Crusade, and
Said it was a good idea. Also missed Christmas.
The Vince Lee one's a pun because he's the guy who did all the video for the game, the engine for the
Thank you.
fights, and it's called Insane. So that's an joke.
Gotcha.
Michael Stemmel and Sean Clark were working on the Dig. That's why they led other projects.
Supported the general coolness.
I mean, come on. I mean, wouldn't you like that credit?
Yeah.
In a video game.
They're probably just people that popped in and hung out with them while they were programming it.
Or spouses.
Whined about not being in the credits.
Well, the ranch is obviously Skywalker Ranch.
Well behaved at the ranch. Unspecified wrangling.
So yeah, they were the Dig and Full Throttle came out in '95, and then Curse of Monkey Island. That was the end of the engine for them. When I switched to Grind for Grand.
40 specially trained llamas.
Hand Therapy Center of Marin.
Marin
For all that
California.
coding.
Got some yo-yos.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
I think we had the demo disc. LucasArts had to put out a demo disc when I was
Teddy the
younger.
Wonder Lizard.
Yes.
In like '85, and it had a demo of Rebel Assault 2, it had a demo of the Dig, and it had a demo of Full Throttle on it.
The team would like to thank the following cats.
And Jesus Christ, I love this game. We had to get it immediately. I'm 4, mind you.
Yeah.
Also,
I mean,
the other two are also
thematically,
great.
again.
Yeah, exactly. It's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's really cool.
Absolutely.
Motorcycle, I don't know. Half the
Tim
stuff
would
is
like to
epic.
thank no cats and does not endorse cat ownership.
This game is amazing. I'm raising it up to 9.
Oh wait, special biker haiku section. Bar fighters leap out, moths tangle with orange hot flame. My nose thrice broken.
I forgot about this.
Splitting lanes at Rush Beamer tries for a cut-off taste my righteous chain.
Oh, I love the credits in this game.
Booming thunder rolls, clutch release, throttle open, red smear on
Thank God for the
pavement.
apocalypse.
That's right.
By
Wet
Tom.
grease on the road makes me laugh as my buddy slides under a truck.
That's so fucking
On
sick.
the road for days, 2 wheels, an engine, and me. I don't brush my teeth. Sky covers the land. Dark goggles cover my eyes. Speed covers my tracks. Road rises upward. Forehead smiles for the pavement. Cranium tastes bad.
Premium tastes bad.
Emmett drops a load. Green crap coats the road like snow. Just take a little. Todd doesn't like you. Bang on door but say nothing. Cannot you talk, hen? Whipping the asphalt. Hot weather. Shiny muddle. See, I am manly. My male fantasy. Now a profit-making game. Maybe I'll get chicks. Are you joking? You had to do that right next to me, like right
I had to
practically
sit-
in my ear.
Literally.
You
I
literally
didn't-
sat up to get closer to me, and
no,
then you burped.
I didn't know it was coming, and then I moved, and it all went.
I understand, but you literally, it seems like you sat up to get closer
Have you
to
never
me.
straightened out and a burp just found its way forward?
I cannot say I have experienced that, no.
The burps find nooks and crannies in me.
Yeah, I can tell. Lots of things find nooks and crannies in you, dear.
I don't want to find nooks and crannies in you.
Nooks and crannies sounds like a shitty 50s, like, fruit snack. or
Nooks and crannies.
like a trail mix.
There is something
Mike and
like
Ike's.
Yeah, it's like something that it's like a grandma chocolate bar. Who wants some nooks and crannies?
Nooks and crannies. Grannies, nooks and crannies.
Oh no, I do not want granny's crannies.
When you put it that way, that's awful.
Oh no.
Oh, the last quote of Full Throttle.
Give it a minute.
Yeah, we're not totally
What
done
happens,
yet.
Jockey? What happens right now?
I say nothing.
No!
I will not say anything. How would you ever forget this?
You can't do this.
I was gonna say, are you kidding?
Oh, it's the bunny.
It's the mechanical bunny.
It's still going. It's the Energizer Bunny, Joe.
Oh, move him. Oh.
Uh-oh.
What hath thou wrought?
Can't beat a Corley.
I do love that you shoved the bunny into the motor.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is a fun fucking game, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
really is.
Groovy.
One second.
Let's be honest. Also a very fun game.
Oh yeah.
For the
I
apocalypse.
think if Matt, Alex, and I were ever on Only Connect, our team would probably be called the Threepwoods.
Yeah, I believe that's what we talked about, yes.
Mm-hmm.